London Lunch Break News with me, Sonia Swan-Lindstrom and Jay Jennison. Shocking statistics by CBBC claim that over half of children in the UK have been the victims of bullying. Douglas Eduardo reports.
This week, CBBC News Round has launched a campaign to stop kids being bullied. It follows a study that says over half of kids in UK have been reported victims of bullying. However, statistics shows that 90% of people have been victims of bullying some point in their lives. This student from London Metropolitan, who doesn't want to be identified, told us that she suffered bullying in silence, and her traumatic experience at school haunted her for years.
A big group of girls all together, and then when we went on to college, it was a bigger group of girls, and then it was boys as well, and it just seemed like I was the laughing stock. Like I was the butt of everybody's jokes at that time. I told my mum, but not in detail about what was going on. She'd see me and ask what's the matter, and I'd just be like, oh, it's okay, I'm fine. And I'd go to my room and cry a lot. It was really intimidating, it was really hurting.
The most common targets for bullying are people different to the majority, which includes different appearance, sexual orientation, or disabilities, although anyone could be a victim. Have you ever been bullied?
Yes.
What for?
For my hair, because it's orange, but I just like it that way. But the people at school are like, ha ha ha, she has orange hair, and she's stupid because she has orange hair, and yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, it makes me feel stupid because of my hair, but yeah.
Yes.
What for?
About my body.
Okay, tell me a bit about it.
I am more like my tits are bigger than the other girls in my class, and yeah, they bullied me.
Have you ever been bullied?
Yes, I have.
Tell me a bit about it.
I think I'm from Canada, so it was in grade 7 when you're about 13 years old. And it wasn't physical, it was verbal bullying just from a group of girls who were supposed to be my friends.
Reports show that bullying cases can happen everywhere, not only in the school environment. Elton John recently opened up to the press about being bullied at work. He said it was about control and people being able to keep him under their thumbs. Even though he was famous, he still felt intimidated and never told anyone about it. The internet also has been used as a tool for bullying, especially in social networks like Facebook and MySpace. Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, or embarrass another person. Any form of bullying, either at school, work, or internet, can bring dramatic consequences from psychological problems to suicides. According to Beat Bullying website, it's estimated that at least 20 children a year commit suicide because of bullying. New campaigns like CBBC News Round are trying to raise awareness to stop bullying and highlight its seriousness.
Luke Roberts joins us from the National Children's Bureau, which is the leading national charity supporting children and young people. Good afternoon, Luke.
Good afternoon.
Tell us a bit about the organisation.
Well, the National Children's Bureau works with the Anti-Bullying Alliance, which is really geared towards supporting and helping young people with bullying. We're a membership organisation, so we have about 130 organisations that are all working towards preventing and responding to bullying nationally. In conjunction with that, we also have a schools and colleges network where schools and colleges that are very keen to look at best practice around preventing and tackling bullying also work with us using good practice, evidence, and also the opinions and voices of young people as well.
Cool. What projects are you involved in that target bully specifically?
Well, we do a number of things. So one of the first things is we always look at the research base and what's the evidence. So there's lots of different types of bullying that happens. And so we're looking at prejudice-based bullying around homophobic, racist bullying, and we're specifically focusing on special educational needs as well at the moment, because that particular group have a really large proportion of young people say they're victimised through bullying. So a lot of our evidence is looking towards what's going on in the field, what's best practice, and how can we support teachers and staff and adults in making sure we're doing the appropriate responses when children are being bullied.
And what impact has the online phenomenon had?
The online phenomena really, in the last few years, we've seen a major shift from, if you like, PC-based bullying into it's become much more mobile. Kids have smartphones now. So in terms of the risks of cyberbullying, actually they're much more likely to be bullied by text message or Facebook, social networking sites. But at the same time, kids are very aware of how to protect themselves, but they don't always recognise the risk of cyberbullying, particularly when cyberbullying is anonymised. So you'll get someone saying, well, I'm Blue Bob 2000, for example, but who is that? How did they get my contact details? So some of the work we're looking at is how do we keep children safe online, and how do we help adults and particularly parents in terms of knowing what to do to protect your child, to prevent them being cyberbullied in particular, but also what's the appropriate response as well. And so sometimes parents will say, well, just turn everything off and that will sort out cyberbullying. Whereas actually for young people, they really do like being connected to the internet, to the social network sites. So sometimes they prefer to actually remain bullied but be connected, rather than not be bullied but not be connected. So there is a real challenge for adults in terms of how do we support young people in the future. And the Anti-Bullying Alliance looks at that particular issue, but also cyberbullying is just a part of the wider range of bullying behaviours that young people go through as they grow up. So it's really important that we're aware of how do we keep young people safe, how do schools protect young people, and how do parents address some of these issues as well.
Thanks, Luke, and thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And finally, as Easter approaches, there's a treat in store for all Londoners with a sweet tooth. Kate Gibson reports.
The Chocolate Festival on the South Bank is making an appearance for the 4th year in a row. Foodies flock from miles around to get a taste of the good stuff. It gives chocolatiers a chance to show off their finest creations. Outside a Tart is a small American-style boutique bakery based in Chiswick. Employee John Joe Devlin explains why they love the Chocolate Festival.
We sell lots of brownies here, which is good for business because we sell brownies. And yeah, I mean, it's just fun, you know, like it gets the name out, gets the brand about. Generally, like these over here, sugar sauces are like absolutely like the children's favourite. And then over here, Chipster brownies, they're like a chocolate brownie with a chocolate chip cookie baked into the top, which is just like incredible.
There are free tutored tasting sessions and cookery demonstrations from some of the best known names in confectionery, as well as a chance to buy anything from chocolate beer to chocolate chilies. Nora Sibic works for Chocolate and Love, a company which promote organic and ethical goods.
Right, because people come here to taste chocolate and they normally taste chocolate that they've never tasted before. Some of the best chocolates in the world are here. And when you talk about the best chocolate, people would normally go Cadbury's, they'd normally go Nestle, they'd say Mars, but they've never heard of Damien Allsop, Paul Wayne Gregory, Chocolate and Love, Original Beans. Like some of the best chocolatiers are here, and to be surrounded by them is brilliant.
Since 2009, the event has grown in both size and popularity. Founder Yael Rose tells us how it all began.
I love chocolate. I've always been a chocoholic. I watched a program on Channel 4 about chocolate and I thought I have to organize a chocolate festival, and it was popular from day one. Obviously, everybody loves chocolate. So it was just a celebration to celebrate this amazing food, superfood.
Recent studies claim chocolate has health benefits, but is there any truth behind these claims?
The normal bar that you will get £4 from your corner shop, maybe not that great for you. It's maybe packed full of sugar, vegetable oil and all kind of E-numbers and things you don't really want to put in your body. So yes, good chocolate is good for you, but it really depends how it's been processed, where was it sourced. But there is actually, because chocolate comes from cocoa, which is a natural, it grows on a tree. So just like any other food, there is lots of health benefits to it, but it's just how it's processed that to make sure that you get those benefits.
The festival is on from today until Sunday. With 3 days packed full of chocolate, does the founder ever get bored of her favourite treat?
I get sick at the end of 3 days of festival. I get sometimes sick because I really do overdo it because I can't say no. I'm a bit of a pig like that. So that's the only time, but then following one day after 1 day, I just go back to my stash at home and start from scratch.
This is Kate Gibson reporting from the South Bank for London Lunch Break News.
Thanks for joining us here at the London Lunch Break News. We'll be back after the national news at 4 afternoon.